Okay, we've got 5 points then in sort of no particular order, but firstly, on the sort of sports point of view, there's quite a lot of good facilities in Westbury, but there's a lot of need for improvement as well. More along the lines of there's indoor facilities for kind of smaller or individual sports, but there's no real proper facilities for team sports in terms of either indoor pitches or outdoor floodlit pitches. So it often means that people who are taking part in sports in the town have to go to Warminster, Trowbridge, Chippenham to be able to train. So this is obviously a problem. But then there's good facilities, like there was a real insistence that the swimming pool needs to be kept. It's town centred, it's a useful facility, and the point was made that a lot of the information that came up in the JSA about heart disease, cancer, obesity are things that can be tackled by health and fitness, and yet some of the actual sports facilities in the town are at threat when they could be combating these issues. On to the second point, one of the positive things around the arts and culture is Matravers School are doing a lot of courses both for children and adults, daytime and evening courses around the arts, but people are talking about need to sort of broaden this out and have more courses, more skills-based courses, especially for young people, especially talking around NEETs, young people not in education, employment or training. So something to give them courses, to give them skills in Westbury rather than them having to go out of town again for this. One of the main things that were talked about is the possibility of a campus and keeping that we'll need to keep that as a town centre provision rather than have it on the outskirts of town. And this was for various reasons: the environmental reason of transportation, the reason for youth accessing the facility. If it's out of town, they'd have to rely on lifts, and the economic value of the town centre. If you have a big facility on the outskirts, it will affect retail in the town. So this sort of real importance on any prospective hub or campus should be town-centred, and the possibility of maybe keeping the current sports facilities and then attaching some kind of venue to the library, refurbishing the library, maybe having an arts centre as an annex building. The fourth point was about there's a lot of arts already in the town. There's a lot of artists working in the town, but a need for some kind of coordination and rolling arts programme that would be kind of self-promoting. So with the odd things that happen from time to time, like the festival and other things, it's not enough to keep hooking people. There needs to be sort of a regular programme so people really get hooked to coming into Westbury to do things, and each event could then promote the next one, so it's kind of self-sustaining thing. And then the fifth point was just about the whole aesthetic of the town, and refurbishing some of the old buildings, promoting the sort of older, better looking buildings, and sort of improving the whole town aesthetic, spending on infrastructure, and then preserving the kind of rural aspect on the east of the town.